Hello everyone, welcome to Money Matters. Madhura here. So if you guys are there, do say hi in the comments so that I know you guys are watching. And this is episode 12 of Money Matters. So I'm super duper excited for today. We have a very nice topic today as well. We are going to be talking about sustaining our business through highs and lows. So it's going to be I think it's a very important topic, to be honest. When I was CEO of Ascendance, and the 3 years was one of the most stressful points of my life, because I feel like a lot of us underestimate how much effort it takes to ensure your business sustains. And if you are somebody who does have employees, how do you ensure that they can remain in the business? Just because a mistake a CEO makes, you would not want to be retrenching the people who work in your company. So I think it's a very, very important aspect that anyone who is interested in entrepreneurship should know about and should be talking about and learning about. And that is why we are having today's topic as that. I think this is a very, very important topic. In fact, yesterday I was having a chat with one of my mentors, Joyce, who is the CEO of Simply Empowering, and we were talking about how a lot of people who start small businesses, one of the things we need to look into is having a source of income or a stream of income that is not really affected by seasons in a way. So, like for example, our recently MCO was announced, and some of the people we work with had some of their streams of income shut down completely, and it's a very stressful period. And I really do sympathize with all those who are struggling at this point in time. But it's also important as an entrepreneur for us to find source of income that will last or will be able to go through even if there's an MCO without an MCO. So we were talking about that. So that's a thing you guys can keep in mind with regards to sustaining your business. Make sure you look at what kind of whether you have enough streams of income that won't get affected if things like MCO is being announced and all of that, and focus more on that rather than the exciting ones that comes with seasons. Those exciting income does come, appreciate it, but don't rely on it. So I think that was a very, very valuable insight that Joyce shared with me that I thought it'd be interesting to share with you guys as well. So like I said, today's topic is sustaining your business through highs and lows, and we have a very, very successful entrepreneur as our guest speaker today. So our guest speaker for today is Mr. Kannan Armugam, aka my dad. I'm super duper excited to say that. I keep mentioning it again and again. So he actually ventured into like business about 25 years ago. So that is pretty much my whole lifetime, and probably more than your lifetime for some of you who are watching. So he has been in business for 25 years. He started his company Trip Guts and Heart back in 2002. That is also going to be about 20 years since he started that, and they have expanded internationally into countries like Taiwan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, India, and so much more. So it's a very successful business, and there has been so many ups and downs in this business over the years. But one of the things he has managed to do is ensure that it does sustain. His employees have a job and that they can rely on, and has ensured that whole family is taken care of. And I think that is very, very important, and we can learn a lot from our guest speaker today. So without further ado, let me welcome Mr. Kannan into the stream. Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
All right, guys, say hi to Mr. Kannan in the comments. You can always put your highs, and if you already have questions, do put it in the comments, and we would love to answer them. So before I get started, I'm going to ask you some ice-breaking questions. I don't know if I should call you up or Mr. Kannan, so I'm just going to mix it up. Those of you watching, don't care. This is what happens. And okay, so my first icebreaker question is this: what is the most important money rule or principle that you have?
Money rule?
Yes, some like a rule with regards to money that you would be like, I'll never break this rule.
Okay, my rule regards money is don't fall in love with money.
Okay, okay, that's
Don't
interesting.
fall in love with money.
Why do you say that? Wow, wow, I'm so
Money is a
mindful.
medium. Money is a medium for you to do what is necessary, live your life to the fullest, but don't attach yourself to the money. Attach yourself to life. Money is just a medium.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, oh my god, that's so good. Okay, cannot. All right, my next question is this: what is the biggest mistake you have made with regards to money?
Re- Towards money, yeah. Usually, we all make mistakes with investment, and we
Yep,
overspend on particular things.
yep,
So I've spent a lot of my money, whatever I've earned, on entertainment. That means I go party and I spend a lot of money on that. I could have avoided probably 50% of that. And then investment, I was not aware about many things about investment, especially involving share markets,
yep,
and invested some money in share market with friends' advice. Never read properly to the to understand the subject. So
yep.
I end up reading quite a bit, but I learned the lesson. So now I'm more careful. I read more and then invest carefully.
Yep, yep. Okay, okay. I think that is very, very nice advice, guys. See, or 5 minutes into the thing, and we already have so many good points that you guys can take away. So, I think like our topic today, it's about sustaining our business. I've personally seen you do this over my lifetime, and how you ensure how much you care for your the people who work in your company and all of that. But how do you was it hard to make sure that your business can sustain over these past 20 years? What were the struggles you faced to make sure it stays okay and doesn't shut down or anything like that?
Okay. When it comes to business and sustainability, basically, I think it's about managing your cash flow. That's most important. Many people fail in their business, I guess, because they overlook this area where
Yep,
they spend more when they have less, or they spend more when they have more. So what happens is they don't save keep money for the rainy days.
yep,
When they grow, they keep on expanding without looking into the situations where they can, you have difficult times. So
yep,
you keep spending, so your expenses goes up, and suddenly things like this COVID things come and epidemic, and then you don't have earnings for a few months, the whole thing collapse.
yep.
So I always make sure that we have enough savings, even in the company or personal life, to make sure we can sustain during the rainy days. So that is the most important thing I look at.
How did your your company do during COVID-19? Because a lot of people shut down their business during that time, but how did your company do at that point in time?
Okay, probably our company were lucky, and then we got some job in Bangladesh during this COVID time, or even before the COVID time.
Yep,
Because it's a national important project, they couldn't shut down the project, so it's still going on. But my income in Malaysia has reduced tremendously. But the
yep,
best thing, we haven't terminated or retrenched one single staff,
yep.
because from day one, that is my policy. The staff stays with you during good and bad times.
Very nice, very nice.
Probably Bangladesh has helped us.
Yes, yes. I think that is personally something I have admired a lot. Uh, there are a lot of businesses, it's actually a lot of entrepreneurs really care for their employees, and it's very hard to ensure that you can retain them. As employees, we may not notice how much of effort goes into ensuring that our job is still secured, that and how much the employers take effort to ensure that you don't lose your job. So if you guys are an employee, say thanks to your employers. You don't know how much effort goes into that. So other than, I think, cash flow and yes, savings, emergency savings, not just for ourselves but also for the business is very important. Are there other things that we need to do or look into? What other things can we do to ensure we can sustain our businesses?
Basically, I think we must control expenses, spending lavishly or expanding quickly. Actually, business people usually they buy big cars, expensive
Yes.
cars, and then they move on to new big bungalow houses. Actually, they don't do it with their salary; they do it with their profit. You see,
Yeah.
many people misunderstand. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. I'm. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I feel a company is a different entity, and the owners and the bosses are different. They are different entities, so they should survive with their salary income, not with the
Yes.
profit. Many people take their profit and buy big cars, and then when the difficult time comes, they don't have enough savings in the company.
Yep. Yep. Agreed. Agreed. So recently, like mentioned, one of the people I was working with, that's the thing, right? Especially if you're a small business owner, this tends to happen very far easily, where you whatever money is in your business, you think is your money, and then you just use it. So then
Yes. Yes.
business stops, and then you go like, oh no, I don't have enough funds to take care of myself or my business. So I think that is a very very good point. Not
Yeah.
profit. Look at the salary.
Especially small businesses and individually owned businesses, we make this mistake.
Yep.
We think the income is our money. Actually, no, I always insist to all my staff and my friends that this income, it should be your salary income only you spend. Whereas the company's balance money belongs to the company, whether for
Yes.
good rainy days or for future investment or to expand the business.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Wow. Damn. Okay. All right. So other wow, money. Okay. Other than savings, I think what you pointed out is also very important. Profit, retain the profit in the business, and look into how you can use your own income to take care of your wants and needs or whatnot. Other than those two things, is there what other things that we can do to ensure we can sustain our businesses?
Hi, Madra, are you still there? Okay, while we are waiting for Madra,
I'm back.
I think you went
My
missing
Wi-Fi
and you
just
didn't talk
crashed.
also.
My Wi-Fi just crashed. I'm so sorry.
Oh, oh.
Okay, they're asking how are you. So I think you can. The audience is saying how are you, Mr. Kannan? I'm so sorry, guys.
Okay.
So my
No, no. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
okay. Oh my god. Safe to assume this is Madra's dad. What? What? What does that mean? Yes, we look exactly the same, guys. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I think I imitate my dad
It's
a
a
lot.
copy of my version.
Yes. So I have no idea where we
Yeah.
stopped before the
I
Wi-Fi
think,
crash.
okay, we were talking about saving and holdings. I think there is one more thing I want to add.
Yep.
Uh, in business, I came from a probably different background. I didn't come from a business background.
Yep.
We had poor parents and poor childhood. So they always tell you to save money. So never take a loan. My mother always tell me never borrow money from people. So I
Yes.
took that lesson a bit too far, where
Too
I never
serious.
borrowed money from the banks to do business. So I was
Yep.
like always doing the business. I started the business and save the money and then do the next job, save more money and do the bigger job. So I never had a relationship with the banks until one day I had an opportunity to do a quite a big job, but I'm in a contract, but I didn't have enough money. So when I went to the bank, they said you never had any relationship. There is no loan for you. You only have one single loan for the house. So
Yep.
they are worried whether I'm a good customer or a bad customer. So that is the day I realized, as a businessman, you need to create relationship with banks and leverage, use whatever asset or cash you have, leverage it with their loan. What I mean is, you keep that as a collateral and get some loan.
Yep.
So when you get a bigger projects, you can use their facilities to carry out a new job or big job. So these are the things that I think as a businessman we should learn at early stage,
Yep.
which I didn't learn, but it's okay. It's never too late. Like now I'm talking to the bank, and then the bank said, okay, yeah, you never borrowed money, but we'll try to give you some.
Yes.
But
Yes.
again, they will, your retaining profit, your cash flow is the most important for them. They will look at it. So
Yep.
that's important for a businessman.
Yes, I think there was once I watched a video where this person shared about how loans work. A lot of us think loan is for people who don't have money, but actually it is for people who have the money. You're just going because most of the time, if you don't have an asset to pledge or anything, like that, they're not going to give you the money, guys. They'll look at
Yes,
what you
yes.
already have.
Yeah.
So
They are not going to give to you if you don't have any money. So they
yes,
only give loan to the people who have money or asset.
yes.
So first
So
thing is saving. You got to save first.
yes, save the money and then look into how these tools work. A lot of us have assumptions or things we learned when we were younger, but actually we need to update ourselves. I think one of the things I personally love to see what my dad does is he's constantly learning and improving himself. Uh, every time he will have a book that he's carrying around that he's up reading and learning from, and I think that is one of the things I learned from him, which is a very very important skill, I would say. So yeah.
Keep
Okay.
learning, keep learning.
Yes. So we talked about yes loans. I think that is a very good point. Something that I personally learned from you. Only when you pointed it out, I was like, oh okay, I never knew that was a very important thing. But I also think that just savings is not enough, right? Like you said, savings is like the level one of cash flow management and all of that, and we need to beat the inflations and all of that. So in terms of your business and your life, how do you ensure that it doesn't just stop at savings? What do you do with regards to like investments and things like that?
Okay. There are two parts. I think when come to company, I always invest in new business. I mean, new projects, buy
Mm,
more material and buy more equipments and start. I'll do extra business. I mean, do new jobs, more
yep.
contracts. Okay, that contracts gives you about, let's say, it gives you about 10% return net.
Mm,
I'm talking
mm,
about net. So when you make about 10% profit, it beats all other investment in the market. Your fixed
yes.
deposit gives you about 2%. Now it's a
Yes.
1.85%.
Yes.
You, if you're lucky, Amana Saham will give you about 4%, 4.5% nowadays. And then
Yep.
any of the mutual fund also, the return is around less than 5%. So
Yep.
if you can use the money to invest into equipments and business, The business gives you net 10%. Sometimes you are lucky they give net 15%. That's a it's a way to beat inflation. That means you're always your return or interest is more than the inflation rate.
Yep. Yep.
But if you just keep the money in the bank, it's not going to work for you. It's going to depreciate every year.
Yes.
Especially with the world now, all the countries are printing money, which I don't like. So they print as they like, and then the value of the dollars, value of the money is going down, and the
Yep.
inflation rate is so high. So we all become poor every year.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's make your money work for you and bring in more than 5% interest.
Okay, okay. I liked what you said. That is so true. Many of us don't think in putting investing back into our business. One of the things I feel you did very well was that you started off like in scaffolding at that beginning stages of your business, but every year you just expand, expand, expand. I think now you kind of run the whole projects when you get the job. So it has been a lot of upgrades since when you started. So as I think entrepreneurs, we need to look at how can we start expanding the different fields. We cannot just remain in one area and expect to make more money in that one small area that we are working on, right?
Yes, yes, I think you're right. Uh, I mean, expanding. I didn't rush and expand into big jobs or new jobs. What I did was I was sticking around the scaffolding business, and then slowly I do something related with the scaffolding, some
Yep.
mechanical works, piping works, and then I'm lucky, had good breaks where I get big job in India. I did more mechanical works, and now in Bangladesh we are doing civil and mechanical and other things. Uh, a bigger package in the power plant job. So it's interesting, but you have to expand. You have to use the income to expand your business.
Yep. What was it like at the beginning stages? Huh? So like like for me, like when we start a business, we are like, okay, we must go grow as fast as possible. How was that feeling, like frustrated feeling there when you started at the beginning stages? Because like the growth, I think biggest growth came at like over the past, I think 5-10 years. What was it like before that?
Okay. So I didn't focus so much. I think my style was not, I didn't focus on growing.
Yep.
I was enjoy doing what I was doing, and then I will always I feel very proud and very happy when I serve the customer, which is my client. So I
Yep.
was focusing more on the good job. I mean, good delivery. I do when I people give me job, I make sure I do it very well.
Yep.
So end of the day, the reward came. So when I start serving more customers, more client, and then one fine day, everybody is coming back and giving me more job, and it's just happened like that. Initially, I didn't focus on the
Yep.
expanding. I was just focusing on the client, and then one fine day, every
Yep.
client is coming after me and then giving me more jobs. So suddenly, the big business has grown. So I don't know
Yes.
whether it's maybe it's the old school.
I think that is one of the most important thing. Like actually focus on giving our best, no matter what kind of job we may have now. If we do that, naturally people will come for our
Yeah,
services.
they
And
look for you. They look for you.
okay, okay,
I was
very that.
focusing more on delivery, a
Yes.
good product, good exchange. Then I think everything fall in place.
Wow. Okay, okay. In terms of okay, if you guys are watching and you have any questions, please do ask in the comments, guys. If not, I'll continuously ask my own questions. So that's how did you personally for me when I was doing any of the work in terms of ascendance or simply boring, working sometimes working with clients is so stressful because everyone has and the customer is always right, so their expectations we need to fulfill and all that. How do you ensure you can maintain that good relationship with your clients?
Customers is always correct. Okay, they are always right. Okay, Customers, they hire you or they give the business to you hoping that you will deliver a good job.
Yes. Yes.
Along the way we might, fail them in certain area, but you never give up. You make sure that you go back to them and then tell the truth, and then stick around and solve their problem. Most of the business is problem solving business, especially like the industry I'm in is a power plant project, or it's a construction business.
Yep.
Construction is all about solving problems. People think we are building something. No, we are solving problems. Every day we will have some problem and then we solve the problem. The client is happy when you can solve his problem.
Yes.
So we have to focus in solving problems and deliver on time. We cannot give excuses. Nobody is interested in your excuses.
Yep.
Sometimes it's very stressful, right? Like, you do accounts and then you have to deliver on time. I do construction, I have to deliver on time. Whether it's
Yep.
rainy or shiny, they don't care.
Yep.
So how we plan and execute our work, that matters. So I think a lot of discipline is involved. I don't know if I'm very disciplined, but I make sure all my staffs are very disciplined.
I think you had put in a lot of work at the beginning stages, which is why now your team can go and execute the job. But if you guys are new like me, we cannot do that. Yes, guys, we need to put in the effort first, and then later on you can reap the benefits. So I think there's a comment from one of the viewers on Facebook where, what advice will you give new business startups as that is starting up like now during the pandemic and all of that, new businesses other than whatever we have discussed today? Anything else you would
Okay,
want
new
to?
businesses. Okay, most importantly, uh, whatever we start or new business that we are thinking of, we have to do a lot of studies about it or research about it. I've worked with Japanese people for last 17 years.
Yep.
Since 2004, I'm only working for them, and I noticed one thing very very rampant is they always plan their job so well. Like they spend more, around 70% of their time planning how to do and prepare paperwork how to do the job. They will have so many meetings and make sure every single issues are attended.
Yep.
And then when they start the job, it only take 30% effort. They will finish it so fast. They will finish faster than the guy who started 3 months ago.
Yep.
So, if you want to start a new business, you must have a background or some knowledge or some experience in the business. Number one. Number two, if it is something new, then you have to do a lot of read ups. You have to read, and then you accumulate information and knowledge about the job, and then plan well. And then once you plan well, I think any new business also is not a big issue, big
Yep.
problem.
Okay.
So
Okay.
planning, planning.
Planning. Okay. Other than, okay, since you brought up the whole Japanese thing, which one of the most impressive things about you is that you can work with Japanese people and pull it off, because it's not easy to keep up to their standards, and it's
Yes.
a very very commendable thing. So other than this whole planning thing, what are the things you have had to like improve on or learn to be able to like actually work with these Japanese corporations and all of that?
Okay. Okay. I don't know if I had it or what, but
Yes.
working, I always tell my friend, the Japanese client friend, I tell him, working with you all is like walking on a sword. You know,
Okay.
you can't make mistake. Like walking on a rope, you can't make a mistake. These people, once they trust you or they give a job to you, there is no two way about it. They want you to deliver the job on time,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they want you to keep your promises. So it's a very stressful thing, but once you learn how to manage these two things, that means being honest to them and being on time. If you can deliver what you promised, then they love you. They will keep you forever, or they will give you opportunity forever.
Yep.
So I think all these fundamental values that probably your mother, your grandmother taught you, those are the things important for business, not the Harvard degree. I think it's it's not the degree. It's the values. It's the values that your parents and your great grandparents or grandparents gave you.
Yep.
Just stick to it. Just modify it according to the business, and
Yes.
you will be successful. Especially the
Wow.
young people.
Yes. That's mind blowing. I cannot. Okay. I cannot. I don't know if the ones who are watching are mind blown.
No,
I'm mind blown. It's so good.
I'm your father. I went to a teacher college, became a
Yes.
teacher.
Yes.
What did I have? What knowledge I have about business? Nothing. When I started it, it's only whatever your parents told you. Don't cheat. Do like this. Wake up early. Work hard. Those are the things. It's come back to the same. As long you can do that, you'll be good.
Yep. I think the other two things I personally saw as I grew up was, one is you always gave back and helped a lot of people, and I've never seen you not help people. You've always helped a lot of people, and I feel that is one of the reasons why you're so successful now. And two, like you said, do it the right way, right? I know you do things the right way, and I think that is also one of the reasons you've been able to be in the business for so long until now. Would you agree that these two contribute?
Yeah, I think. Okay, when we said contributing back, yeah, we'll hold that first, that contributing to people, helping people. But
Yep.
what I feel, there is another important elements here is maintaining good friends.
Yep.
All my breaks in my business life came through friends, and not because of my degree or not because of my money or background. No, all through
Yeah.
friends. The first breakthrough was given by a close friend of mine who is a very, very successful businessman now, and a relation. Your family members and relation who help willing to help you to
Yep.
take up the first breakthrough, give you
Yep.
some platform, give you some money. Then from there you start. So finding and maintaining very good friends are most important thing to be successful in life. That is friends. Then whenever you get a good client, make sure
Yep.
you have them forever. Don't let them go. Don't make
Yep.
mistake with them. Always, be thankful for them and then stick around with them. You will be successful. And then you just ask one more question. Okay, helping people.
Yep.
Okay, when you in the early days, like your life now, you are still young, you are just building up your career, your business, so
Yep.
probably you can't help people with money, but you can always help people with your knowledge. You can help people with your time. Sometimes they
Yep.
need your counseling, or some nice word from you, or
Yep.
sometimes they need a pick up, some drop off or something. So always try to help people, give them something during the need, when they need. So that
Yep.
is one. Once you establish your business, or once you get some reasonable good income, once you have your rainy day saving done, you must start helping people. You must start helping people with money, because the money got no value until it goes through a purpose.
Yep.
So helping the young people to take up a degree, or study, or start a new business, or feeding some poor people, all that helps. So
Yep.
uh, at this stage of life, I'm trying to do that. Hopefully, I'm also successful in that.
Yep. I love that. I like that you
Yeah.
said that you must try to help people out, and I think that many of the things that I hold, like the values that I hold close, is because of my parents. And I think if you guys are watching this and you know me personally, you'll notice that a lot of things that I do is he's actually talking about it, and that is why, because I learned from my both of my parents a lot, and this is why I do those things, guys. So my parents, I think he mentioned also he was a teacher, so which is why I love education as well. Both my parents are in the education line or were in the education line, and then I think my love for business also started when I saw him doing that. He's growing his business. So thank you so much for coming and doing this. I don't know if you are proud of me, but I'm so proud of you today. So
I'm
thank you
always
so
proud
much.
of you.
Thank you so much for coming and speaking at today's session. I don't think our audience have any other questions, but if you guys do have questions, put it in the comments. If not today, we'll take it another time and answer your questions. So yeah, wow, I'm so mind blown. Any
Okay.
last words that you'd like to end our session today with?
With the COVID pandemic, life is short, so always appreciate the day we have
Yep.
and enjoy. Take care.
Okay. All right,
All right.
guys. So that is Mr. Kanan from TripGuard. I love today's session. Do give a shout out in the comments for whatever he shared. If you guys have any major takeaways, put that in the comments as well. So I'll be coming back again next week, Sunday, on Money Matters on the topic of. Oh my god, I'm doing the wrong kind of sharing. Okay, this stuff. Okay, my topic next week is breaking down my budgeting method. So every now and then I'm going to also show you guys how I manage my own personal finances and all of that. So we'll be covering that in our next topic. So see you guys next week on Money Matters. Madhura here signing off. Enjoy, guys. Have a good Sunday. Thank you so much for watching, and please do like and subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Do share this episode with your friends and family. And if you like this episode, leave us a review on our Facebook page, facebook.com/simplyempowering. Money Matters is where we aim to provide valuable content to inspire and empower you on your money matters. Thank you once again for watching this episode, and see you guys at the next one.